Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm. It's an episode here in the middle of the week because we actually had a brand new Hasbro announcement this morning. Kind of. So this is Lightning Collection news, which is why I'm talking about it here on an official episode of Lightning Storm. And there's a pretty good amount of stuff to talk about it for today, and everybody's kind of talking about it today, so I figured I'll go ahead and do a video on it here now instead of waiting till Saturday, because there's still plenty of stuff we can talk about for a typical Saturday episode. And that is the Hasbro Pulse Selfie Series, which, if you remember, this got leaked back in May, and we did a whole live stream about it and kind of a little dedicated episode of Lightning Storm about it. But now we actually have the official announcement of this series, so let's go ahead and talk all about it. So earlier this morning, Hasbro Pulse tweeted out, Hasbro Selfie Series allows you to digitally reimagine yourself as a collector-grade 6-inch action figure in your likeness, donning fan-favorite character costume designs from G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, and Marvel, as well as designs inspired by Star Wars heroes. This one-of-a-kind experience will be launching in fall 2022 exclusively on the Hasbro Pulse mobile app, for fans aged 16 and older in the US only. For additional updates on the Hasbro Selfie Series personalization platform project and its launch, visit hasbropulse.com/selfie series. And when you go to that page, it kind of just has this landing page for the Hasbro Selfie Series. Gives you an opportunity to kind of, put your email in, get updates on it whenever it's going to go live for the general public and everything. And you do get to see sort of the starting lineup of the Hasbro Selfie Series here, the characters we're going to have to choose from right off of the bat. And you probably recognize most of these because 12 of the 14 options of these leaked back in May. Which you might remember that night, it was kind of a crazy night. Basically, Hasbro Pulse developer website, or that version of the site, accidentally went live for a couple of hours and accidentally leaked the existence of the Selfie Series and also leaked the HasLab Riva lightsaber for Black Series that just failed. But that night, basically, we got to see some very terrifying pictures of sort of the prototype concepts for the Selfie Series line, and we pretty much got the gist of what we were going to be expecting for that here, but now we actually have everything official the way that they wanted us to see it, not that. And so that night we had 12 figure listings pop up on Hasbro Pulse for numerous different characters priced at $60. Now, as of right now, Hasbro does not give any price point for how much these are going to cost in the official press release, but right now we can assume that $60 might still be the price. That was always possibly just a placeholder price, so they could be more than $60. They definitely will not be cheaper than $60 because of just the technology that's involved in making these things happen. But hopefully they're not going to be more than $60. I know a lot of people think $60 is actually a pretty good deal for what this is, which I'm sort of inclined to agree on that front. It's kind of a pretty cool thing that Hasbro is offering here, and the technology involved definitely is probably costly. But of course, what is the Selfie Series? We haven't really exactly said what it is. Basically, it is a bunch of different 6-inch action figures from the numerous different Hasbro brands, such as Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Star Wars of the Black Series, Marvel Legends, Ghostbusters Plasma Series, G.I. Joe Classified Series, all that good stuff here, with a number of character options for you to pick from, where you can actually have a personalized scanned head be made into a plastic action figure likeness that can go onto that 6-inch body. And the options you're going to have when this officially launches is Mandalorian Warrior, Stormtrooper, X-Wing Pilot, and Rebel Princess from Star Wars The Black Series, Black Panther, Black Widow, Spider-Man, and Iron Man from Marvel Legends, Female Rookie and Male Rookie from Ghostbusters Plasma, Snake Eyes and Scarlet from G.I. Joe Classified, and Mighty Morphin Red and Mighty Morphin Pink from the Lightning Collection. So of course, that's what we're here to talk about today, the Lightning Collection offerings for this. So these do seem to be just the Wave 2 and the Wave 3, respectively, releases of MMPR Pink and Red, just put into a different kind of box with a custom head. Now, none of these seem to show, and we talked about this back in May when the original pictures leaked out, but none of them seem to show you to actually have the original head, so you don't get an Iron Man helmet, or you don't get a Red Ranger helmet with these, seemingly so. You might, I don't know if that's actually the case for sure, but a lot of these characters that would have helmets on don't seem to have that as an option, just your face as the head sculpt, which makes sense because that is kind of the whole draw of this in the first place. But it would be kind of neat for you to be able to have a helmet to hold or something like that. I know a lot of people are hoping that maybe this is how they can get to the MMPR Red fixed helmet that we're going to be getting in the Color Swap 2-pack in a normal release, and maybe, I'm not holding my breath out for that whatsoever. Now, we do get some more pictures of these finally that do confirm that they're going to have their power weapons and their blade blasters, but it seemingly is just that. It doesn't look like we're going to get any swappable hands or blast effect pieces or anything like that. So you're going to get a majority of what you would expect with a normal Lightning Collection figure, but perhaps not everything. I also think the box for these looks really nice. So we saw a leaked photo of this back in May where basically you're going to have like sort of a slipcase cover or like a box within a box. So you're going to have like the generic Hasbro Selfie Series box, which we got to see in a better image in the leaked photos. And then today we got to see the Lightning Collection box version for this, because every brand is going to have basically taking their box aesthetic and kind of turning it into the Selfie Series box aesthetic. So of course these are going to be plastic-free packaging, because that's what Hasbro is moving towards. So all these are just open window with the figure just kind of sitting in there where you could like touch it and everything. But we can see that the Lightning Collection box there, it does have the Lightning Collection logo on it. We can't see the whole view of the box, but we get to kind of get enough here. And on the side, we do get to see the Tom Whalen Mighty Morphin Red Ranger artwork that we've seen in a couple different releases, and the Mighty Morphin logo up in the top, like you would see on a normal Lightning Collection figure box. So I think it fits the aesthetic of the boxes pretty nicely. I'm very curious to see how it will look compared to the new boxes we're going to be getting, starting with Wave 13, whenever we ever get that announced. But basically, it's just very interesting to see how those boxes are coming across. Now, the original leaked photos, like I mentioned earlier, were pretty terrifying for how their head sculpts were turning out. I think today's official promo shots look a little bit better. We get to see them for different brands and everything. And they're not the most perfect thing in the world, but like, I think they're somewhat okay. Now, basically, the way this is going to work is that this will launch on Hasbro Pulse this fall using the app. So I'm assuming they're going to put some kind of face scanner thing into the app. They kind of talked about that in the whole press release. They talk about the company that they're going to be working with, which I believe is the same company that they've been working with kind of the facial technology, 3D printing technology they've been using on Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, all that kind of stuff for years at this point. They always tout how impressive that technology is, and I think I really do think it is. I know there's sometimes mixed results on how these face sculpts on Hasbro figures turn out, so I know a lot of people are kind of weary of how you would do custom heads like this when you can't even do the official ones very nicely, but sometimes they really knock it out of the park with figureheads, in my opinion. So it's really just kind of a case-by-case basis. But basically, if you are going to San Diego Comic-Con next week, you're going to have the first opportunity to be able to order one of these, or pre-order one of these, or however this is going to work. So there's going to be these first-come, first-served tickets for you to go to the Hasbro booth and get your face scanned and pre-order your Selfie Series figure right there before anybody else can on Hasbro Pulse. And then they just said fall for like general Hasbro Pulse people. It is US exclusive right now, so even though Hasbro Pulse is available in Germany and in the UK and Canada and stuff like that, this Selfie Series right now is exclusive to the US, which I know is very unfortunate for a lot of people, because I know a lot of people across the world would love to do this. Now, of course, we already talked about this back in May and everything like that. People have been wondering, could you use this to, take the head off and put it on any Power Rangers figure? Could you use this to get Sentai actor head sculpts? Could you use this to give Power Rangers head sculpts to figures that don't have them or something? And really, we don't know the answer to that right now. It's possible. I guess it just depends on when we actually get to see the Hasbro Pulse app update, what's involved with the face scanning process, to see if you could use different pictures of different people or something like that to, get that kind of result. Hey, it's Editing Josh here, just making a little interjection in the middle of this video, because while I was editing this video, Formlabs, the company that Hasbro is working with to make these figures a reality, posted a little kind of behind-the-scenes video about the process behind how they're going to be making these. So in this video we actually get to see a lot of looks at the Lightning Collection ones, to be specific, which do seem to imply that we are going to actually get effect pieces with them after all. I wasn't sure about that. And we can also see the box of the Pink Ranger one in the background and everything like that, so nice pictures and everything. So the video for that will be down in the description below if you guys would like to check out the kind of whole collaborative process between Formlabs and Hasbro to make the Selfie Series happen. This has a lot of potential to be really, really cool. It's just a little fun novelty thing. It is a little pricey. This is not for everybody. I hope that the heads can swap. Like, I hope you can actually take it off, off of Mighty Morphin Red and put it on anybody, because I know, a lot of people's favorite Rangers are not Mighty Morphin, and I would love to be able to do that, to be able to put my head on any Power Rangers figure, even if it just comes with Mighty Morphin Red or Mighty Morphin Pink. So right now, those are the only two options you have. You can't just go in here and be like, yeah, I want one on Dino Fury Red or something. So hopefully you can swap the heads to do that. But I will be picking up one of each of these, one Pink Ranger one and one Red Ranger one, whenever they are officially up to go. So I definitely want to check these out. And they're all going to be very unique, that's for sure. So I think these are pretty cool. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts down in the comments below on the Selfie Series. Now that we see more official promo shots and everything, are you warmed up to the idea a little bit more from when it was originally leaked back in May? Do you still like it? Do you still dislike it? Whatever you'd like to say about it down in the comments below, I would love to know. Are you going to Comic-Con next week and are going to try to get this, be one of the first people to do the Selfie Series? And yeah, what other options would you like to see them offer? offer as well. If you're not happy with any of these options, down below, I'd love to know. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LiveNerdJaKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all next time.